Hello there, soul listeners. Welcome to A Twin Flame Journey. I'm Aura, and welcome to a story that has been universally delivered to you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you get the latest content delivered right to you. So I'm going to explain the lighting right now because I know there's a little bit of a glare and I apologize. But the power is out and I do not have an alternative. So I have the flash on and the table itself is just very smooth and shiny. But I still wanted to record while waiting for the power to turn back on because it's storming over here and the wind is blowing. It's shaking the electricity power cords out on the street. So it's going to be a while before they turn them back on. So I wanted to record a story. And I hope you enjoy this story. All right. But let's check out the yin and yang energy and also mutual energy. Okay. Very first card coming out here, we have trash, worthless. You know, this feels like someone who's trying to overcome these long-term effects of feeling literally worthless. I feel like there's a history on this side. Also, both sides, you have similar parallel realities. But on the yin energy, on the yin side, it's almost like they are overcoming this feeling of feeling worthless, not good enough, not feeling good enough for their counterparts. But the truth is that they are good enough. Tell me about the yang for this story. What's going on? Finances and sunset. Wow. Underneath the deck, we have reconcile. Interesting. So these two cards came out. We have finances and sunset. I feel like on the yang side here, it's like she is slowly working towards something. Maybe there is a new opportunity happening right before her, and it's being presented to her by the divine. This could be a business, a career. I feel like a new career is on the horizon. And I'm also feeling like this coincides with her counterpart. It's almost like he or she, but it's almost like on this side, in order for her to have this opportunity, she also had to overcome feeling worthy of this, feeling as if she is good enough for this opportunity. Okay. I'm also sensing like connection with passed on loved ones, ancestors. Like when I see this sunset card, it almost feels like this is some type of blessing from her ancestors, from her loved ones, passed on loved ones who are assisting on the other side. Okay, so what is the mutual energy in this story? Addiction. Wow, underneath the deck we have taboo, affairs. Interesting. So the two of you had to overcome some type of addiction. This is the mutual energy between the two of you. drugs, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachments are listed here. But it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be any of these things. Maybe it could be gambling or overspending or constantly stalking or constantly watching their partner, watching their every move. It could be just a lot of things. It could be, maybe someone has some type of tobacco addiction or nicotine or caffeine addiction. Okay. It could be a lot of things, but mutually, it's like the two of you are facing this head on. Maybe it's on an energetical level. The two of you could not be speaking. Okay. But it's also, I feel like there is also something else here that I'm feeling for this particular story. And it's almost that the addiction that the two of you must face is that you are good enough for one another, that this relationship, there are no limitations. I see this card. There are no limitations. It's like this love does not have any type of limitation, and the addiction is letting go of this never-ending cycle of believing that you can't have this relationship. That's another thing that I'm getting for this story. Okay, so I want to take a deeper look on this side. Tell me more about this yin energy, please. We have the World card. Yes. So the World is also talking about endings, coming to an end, new beginnings. Tell me more about this yin energy, please. King of Wands. One more. Wow. So this King of Wands, they could be a Leo. They could have very strong Leo placements. All right. But very heavy fire energy is here. So he's very, King of Wands, very present here. It's almost like he is growing some type of fire towards something, towards this ending. I feel like there's a little bit of fear here on their side. I almost feel like they're getting maybe angry, furious. But I also feel like this is everything that they could ever want. And it's like they know exactly what they want. And they want some type of ending that is toxic, where they feel worthless. They feel as if they're not good enough. They feel like this is the best thing that could happen to them. But I feel like there's also, there's also a little bit of sense of fear here of looking at this ending. I feel like also this King of Wands could be maybe a traveler or someone who likes to travel, likes to visit places. Like I see this circle here and I just see things coming in full circle for them. Things have come into some type of loop here. And you see these two rings, or you see these two knots here. It's like where one is ending, now something is beginning for them. And they're looking at it. They're looking so much at it like, wow. So, 9 of Cups here. It's like in the back of their mind, this is something that they've always wanted. To see this come to an end, to see these types of thoughts and beliefs coming to an end, feeling worthless. You know, maybe someone is a drinker. Someone likes to drink a lot, because we see a lot of empty bottles here. It does look like there is a little bit of alcohol here. I feel like the two of you, you know, have overcome this, and, you know, maybe they are coming out of this energy of overuse and indulgence of these things. But I feel like it's just bringing them to a place of higher understanding and higher knowledge of what they're really here to do. They could have some Leo in their chart. We do have King of Wands here, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What actions? Well, actually, let's see. Tell me more about this yin energy, please. 7 of Pentacles. I feel like they're taking a lot of steps towards something, and they have. It's almost like they have ultimately let go of some type of addiction, some type of thought process. They have been taking steps towards this, and I feel like it has been a gradual thing for them. They've been very patient with themselves, and I also feel like even when it comes to this connection, but the thing that's getting to them right now, it's almost like 7 of Cups here underneath the deck. It's like they really want to know, like they really want to know something, but they haven't unlocked or unleashed some type of intuition that's telling them the truth. Hanged Man, and we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, they've walked away from this type of energy. They've walked away from some type of attachment, some type of addiction, some type of, they've gone through a very heavy transformation. I don't know why, but, you know, maybe someone has an alcohol problem, or someone has some type of addiction to something. I'm like, I feel like it's alcohol for this particular story, but they've walked away from something. Like they've walked away from things that trigger this in them. And it's like they're not, if this were to present itself in front of them, I feel like they would never talk to the person again. So like if someone was like, here, would you like some alcohol? And they're like, no. And I feel like they would kind of quietly leave or quietly walk out. I mean, it doesn't have to be alcohol, but there is this storyline I'm kind of picking up in my head right now. It's like if someone were to offer them this, they'd like literally get up and leave and walk out. So they've gone through some type of very heavy transformation. And it does have something to do with some type of addiction that they have had for, I feel like, a long time. And I'm also hearing like someone like even went to jail over it. Maybe they spent some time in jail over this addiction. Okay, so let's see. How do they currently feel? How do they currently feel, please? Yep, death. A transformation. I feel like they're starting to get into this this feeling of feeling refreshed. But it's just like, yeah, I feel like they kind of want to take some type of action towards someone. I feel like this is also, you know, they feel very alone as well. Like they don't feel like themselves, and they want to take some type of action towards someone. So who are they taking action towards? Yep. 4 of Wands. There you have it. 4 of Wands. 5 of Swords. And we also have the 10 of Wands. They're taking action towards someone that it's like they left them holding the bag. This is someone that they're meant to be with by all means, but it's like they didn't really treat them right. They didn't treat them properly. I feel like they didn't really play fair. And I do also feel like there was some type of miscommunication that happened between the two of them, but they didn't really play fair either. They kind of just like left somebody holding the bag. Yeah, see, Two of Swords, I feel like there was some type of blockage in communication, and also maybe some issues with traveling, complications. I'm just kind of hearing in my head right now that somebody had some type of travel issues, or it's almost like there was some type of miscommunication between the two of you. Okay, but I feel like someone's going to be telling someone, it's like, I've changed and I'm ready. Okay, so what's going on? Ace of Swords. Look at this. Flipped over. See? I've changed. Ace of Swords, communication. Seven of Swords. I feel like they haven't really been honest either. Like maybe they have... Yeah, Knight of Cups. Look at this. The Emperor. Oh, the Emperor and the Empress right next to each other. Okay, so let's look at the Yang side. What's going on the Yang side? She is taking a leap of faith in a new direction. I feel like towards her finances. We have the Magician here. Yep, we have the Empress underneath the deck. She's taking a sudden leap of faith in a new direction towards her finances. I feel like a job, some type of financial opportunity. I'm kind of seeing maybe business, or possibly some type of career opportunity happening here. We also have the Magician and the King of Swords. So, I also feel for this particular story as well, like I feel like when I'm looking at this King of Swords, I feel like she is becoming very, it's like she's becoming very masculine when it comes to her finances, like very maybe logical, more responding more to her finances in a logical sense instead of acting out of emotions, instead of acting out in emotions. And I feel like she is also learning something as well. King of Swords here. Tell me more about Yang energy, please, when it comes to this connection. Yeah, look at this. Financial stability. Ace of Pentacles, a gift, a blessing. Some type of gift, some type of blessing we have here. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so they acted... I feel like when it comes to this side, it's like they acted out of the ordinary. Like they left her out in the cold. They left her like not knowing. I feel like they left her in a particular place where it's like there's no answers. There's no, maybe there's confusion here. But it also brought her into a headspace of being kinder to herself, kinder in a sense of her finances. And I feel like there's this strong divine presence that is giving, more giving, bringing something to her attention, showing her something. Here, you don't have to feel this way. You don't need to feel this way because it is a blessing by the divine. Okay, tell me about this mutual energy. The Moon. Tell me more about this mutual energy, please. 7 of Wands and the Two of Wands. Yeah. I feel like the two of you have been maybe blocking. It's like the two of you have been blocking yourselves from healing or letting go of like addictions for a very long time. Like I'm hearing 7 years, maybe even 7 months, 7 weeks, something along those lines here. It's almost like the two of you have had to overcome a lot of these challenges, and they were a lot of challenges. You have felt very blocked in your lives due to these addictions. But I feel like the illusion here, right? The moon is about illusions and things that are mysterious, but also confusing at the same time. It's like there are illusions here, but the illusion is that you don't have to play into these addictions anymore. You don't have to. Okay. So it's almost like there's a choice here. 2 of Wands here. There is a choice. It's like under one path, this is where it is. This is where it will lead. And then another path is your destiny. The two of you have a destiny. Okay, tell me more about the mutual energy between the two of you in this connection. 3 of Cups, 6 of Wands. I feel like it's like the two of you are overcoming something, and it's time to celebrate. You have overcome a lot of stressful nights, a lot of worrying, a lot of just worrying about this connection, I feel like. And I also feel like someone has been, it also feels like someone has been literally over stressing about this connection to a degree of maybe even like self isolation and sabotage. But it's like the worrying is over. You don't need to worry about this connection anymore. 6 of Wands. And we also have the 3 of Cups here. So I want to get some final oracle messages. What else do you have for this story? Yeah, we have loyalty here. Boundaries. See, maybe the two of you had trouble with boundaries for one another. Like maybe kind of like getting too attached or something to that degree. And we also have loyalty here. The two of you are very into one another, but it's like the two of you will need to overcome these addictions in order to get through it. Yep, clarity. And we also have beginnings here. Clarity and beginnings. Loyalty, boundaries. Yeah, it's like the two of you are getting very clear what it is that you were meant to do with one another. And it plays a huge role with these addictions, whatever addictions they are. Okay. So that is what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this story. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.